Well, we are with Donald Stringfield, and Donald has been with us 20 years this month, and so we want to talk a little bit about his time with Maverick. You're currently number 21 on our driver seniority list, so a lot of good guys, including yourself, there. You're in our RMW division, which is our flatbed over-the-road regional Midwest division. And you've got quite a few safety awards, right? You got 15 years of safety.
Next month I'll have the 16-year safety in.
That's right. And that'll be the big 2 million mile, right? So you've got your 5-year ring. Yeah.
Yep. Has 10-year safety watch. 15-year. We got that jacket and the money, and I've got a 1.5 million mile sticker on my truck. Like I said, I'm looking forward to that 2 million one now. And that's next month.
That's a biggie. That's a biggie. So congratulations on all that. And of course, all these years you accumulate a lot of numbers. And I always think it's kind of cool to kind of look at those a little bit. And, you've been around the world a few times with the miles you've driven. You've driven enough miles to go around the world 93 times. So we're gaining on 100 there.
I'll make it before I get through.
And which means you've delivered 3,747 loads. And of those loads, 2,810 needed to be tarped. So, 2,800 tarps. That's a few.
That is a few. I remember when we first started, it was $10 a tarp. So it's getting better now. You're getting the money on up there. Every time you get raised like that, it makes it better.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about, what did you do prior to coming to Maverick? A little bit about your family and where you guys are settled and that type of thing.
Yeah, well, I've been driving a truck basically since I was 19 years old. So that's just all I've ever did. Like I said, I worked for over-the-road companies before I come to work for Maverick. And then me and my wife, we've been married 44 years. And when January gets here, and we got 2 kids, both daughters. The youngest one, she's 40, and the other one's 41, 40, should be 40. She just turned 42. That's it. We got 1, 2, 3 grandchildren. 2 girls and a boy, and I got 2 great-grandsons. And one of them, great-grandson, he'll be 3 in July. And the other one, he's only about 4 months old. So, like I said, I just basically drove a truck my whole life. The only thing I like doing.
Well, before we got on, you mentioned you don't have much hair left. Now I understand why, right?
That's it. I started losing that at 18 years old. And that was a long time ago.
A long time ago. So tell me a little bit about, do you have a CB handle?
Well, I don't. I used to have when I had a CB in my truck, which I don't anymore, since we can call in everywhere. I always use Freight Train because I got that when I was in the 6th grade when I first started playing football. They called me Freight Train because I could run over everybody. I was always a bigger kid than everybody else when I was littler. So I just got to where I got as big as I was young. So coach just said, call me a Freight Train. Said once I got going, ain't nobody could stop me. So I just kept it because you've had a nickname that long, so you just use it all the time.
All right, well, that's a good one. I really like that one for sure. So tell me a little bit about maybe a fondest memory at Maverick.
Well, that's hard because like I've said, 20 years, a lot of good things have happened, since I've been there. All the awards and certificates and plaques and rings and watches and bonuses and raises and meeting people that I know you, I know a whole lot of people in all the terminals, and I always got good respect. I've had some really good fleet managers. And like I said, there's a lot, just not one thing sticks out because I just enjoy working for Maverick. So, all the, because every time something happens or need something, need to be off because of death in the family or some emergency, or Maverick never hesitates and always does what I need when I need it. And everybody's nice, and and it's just a good company to work for. There's just so many, every time you turn, there's always something good happening all the time. Nothing's perfect, but like I said, it's still whatever you need, Maverick will do for you. And you work with them, they'll work with you, and it's just, we're always getting raises, which is good because we just got one. And like I said, I've seen a whole lot of good stuff over the years since I've been there. And like I told him when I got my 5-year safety, I tell him Morgan, he was my fleet manager then, which he's still there. He's over the trainers now. And I told him, I said, this is my last trucking company, and I'll be 63 in July. So I'm getting there close to being my last. It will be my last truck driving job. So it won't be nothing, I just enjoy it. Best company I ever worked for. I know that much. And I've worked for a bunch of them over the years.
Well, we're very proud to have you. That is for sure. And you've been really good for us. Matter of fact, I should probably mention that, we have a pay for performance metric, which can earn you additional money, right, every quarter. And it's on a point scale, and there's not that many drivers who can get over 100 points, but you are consistently still over 100 points all the time. And so I just want to say thank you for your excellent performance, because yes, you've been here a while, but man, you continue to get the job done.
Yep. If there's any way to make extra money, I like to do it. And that's one, I say easy because I know how to do it. And it's just drive right and drive. Just do the best you can, and it'll work out. And it's not hard to get. It's just don't take too much time off though, because that's what messes you up when you lose your points. I know that much.
So tell us, you probably had a lot of trucks at Maverick, right? You've probably been through a few of them. Is there one in particular that you like the most, or do you remember your first truck maybe even?
Well, I remember my first truck, which was an old FLD 97 flat top Freightliner. That's what Maverick had, but that was my first truck I got when I come out of orientation. And then back in 02, I believe, Maverick we used to have 75-gallon fuel tanks on the trucks, which we do now, our 80-gallon. But at that time, they went to 100-gallon fuel tanks on their trucks, and it was a brand new truck. That was my first new truck. And after riding in that old flat top FLD for a while, for as many miles as I did and got that one brand new, I thought it was best in the world. Our trucks are better now because we got more stuff in them, but it's just as far as over the years for, after I've been in an old FLD back then, and then got that brand new 2002, I thought I was really getting it then. Like I said, our trucks are better now, which the one I got now, my 21 I got now. I really love that truck because it's got all the stuff in it. And I like the way the bunk's situated now, where you don't have to reach for your inverter outside, or got a place for our microwaves to sit up yonder. It's just bigger refrigerator. It's just better. Every year they get better and better. This is my last one, which I got back in January. It's actually the best one I've got so far. I just remember the 02 was my first new one, and I really was looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's amazing. They've come a long, long way, and there's more stuff coming too. It's really a good time.
The only thing I don't have on this truck that y'all put in the ones was the mirrors, mount the cameras on the mirrors. I don't have them in this one, so I don't know if it's going to end up putting them on there or it has to come from the factory that way. But that's the only thing new that y'all got now that I don't have.
Right. Yeah, it changes all the time, and all kinds of things coming at us, and try to make sure that we get those things that improve the driving job, protect drivers, protect the company, and do all those sorts of things. And not always an easy thing to do, but it's guys like you that help us make those decisions. Tell us a little bit about those drivers who might be watching this that are looking at Maverick as a potential driving job, or those people who haven't come into the industry yet, but are looking at the industry and thinking about coming to it. Just some words of advice as they look around at different companies and that sort of thing.
Well, like I said, I've worked at a lot of trucking companies over my 40-something years of driving a truck. And if you want a truck driving future and want to drive a truck for a living, this is the best one to get because, like I said, y'all come up with a new equipment, state of the art, which makes it better for us. We're always getting raises through over the years that I've gotten a lot more money, and more money, which everybody that's doing this wants the money, and y'all keep up with the industry's top, which may be at the very top in flatbeds. I don't know what everybody makes. I know it's very good for me, and what I've heard, talk to other drivers, it's more than they make. But if you want a truck driving future and actually want to drive a truck for a living, you couldn't do any better than working for Maverick. Because like I said, this is my last truck driving job. I will never, because I'm going to retire from Maverick. And that's just, it's the best. Like I said, I've worked for many bunches over my career, which I've been doing it for all my life. And this is the best trucking company I ever worked for, because they'll work with you, work for you, and treat you right. And that's all anybody could ask for.
So, well, I really appreciate you spending some time with me today, because I know that you're at home getting some things done. So, do you have any favorite hobbies and those sorts of things that you like to do when you're home?
Well, the only thing I like doing is fishing. And like I said, I live on the lake here at home, but I don't have time to fish. And but when I retire, I'll have time to go fishing then. But I'm already here, so I don't have to worry about that. But I actually don't mind working around my house. Like I said, I told you when we started, I had things I need to do, which I'm doing them, which you got to work, pay for the things you got to do. So you can take the time off when you need the vacations and do it. And I've done several things so far and got a few more to do. I just like being at home, working around the house, and I'll get to go fishing one of these days.
Yes, you will.
Every day.
I said, thank you very much, Donald. I really appreciate you taking the time with us.
Oh, no problem.